magkwentuhan every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. dito lang sa INC Radio Cafe.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
And a good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone tuned into INC Radio, San Francisco, California. My name is Sister Sophia, and I'm one of your hosts today, and I'm joined by
Brother James Santos from the local congregation of San Pablo, also from the District of Bay Area, California. And we're here with two wonderful and beautiful young couples, right? Am I right, Sister Sophia?
Yeah, definitely, Brother James. And you're from the locale of San Pablo, but we're not in San Pablo today. Where are we coming in?
We are here live from the local congregation of Antioch.
You can hear the cheering and excitement that we have with our live audience today. And we're excited for our topic because it is kind of a topic that the bookload, I think, will have experience to talk about, which is agree to disagree. Ooh. So before we hop into our discussion, could our panelists go ahead and introduce themselves? Maybe we can start on this side first. Yeah.
Hi, good evening. Brother Zachary Sessa from the locale of Antioch.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sister Isabel Sese, also from the locale of Antioch.
Great. So you can pass it to this side.
I'm Sister Zarina Cruz from the locale of Antioch.
And myself, I am Brother Lance Cruz, also from the locale of Antioch.
Awesome. Thank you so much to our panelists for joining us. I'm excited to hear some of the insight that you'll be sharing with us in this topic.
That's right. This is actually a topic that I'm really looking forward to because there's a lot of things I could take notes of for sure, especially when it comes to maintaining a relationship, right? That's really important because you were the ones that made it.
That's a good point, Brother James. And as Kadiwa, as the unmarried ones in the church, we have a lot to learn, I think, especially from the experiences that you guys shared. So let's get into it and kind of hear first, how did you guys meet? Some introduction stories. Who would like to go first on this one? I'm hearing giggles from both sides. So
Okay, I'll go. So I have a pretty good memory, Sister Sophia and Brother James. We actually met in 2009 at a Kadiwa activity here in Antioch.
Yay. What was the Kadiwa activity?
It was called I think at the time it was called a Kadiwa Blitz. And we had the locales of Antioch, Concord, San Pablo, American Canyon, Vallejo, when we used to be in the same district at the time. And I just thought he was really cute. But after that activity, we didn't really talk. I just didn't know what to say to him. But during or after the activity, I actually sent him a message on MySpace, if you remember that. And we became friends first, of course, and then later on, years later, we became a couple. So.
Wow. Oh, nice.
Dubs in the chat.
Yeah, let's see.
Get some hearts in the chat.
Yes, I want to see some shout outs too. And, maybe if there are book club couples watching too, and they can mention in the live chat the story of how they met, feel free to share with us too, Paul. All right. That was so cute. Thank you, sis, for sharing. How about for you guys who'd like to share?
So something kind of similar to how you guys met. I was the first one to reach out to Zach, so I'm noticing a trend.
We got to step up.
we actually met through a mutual friend who I didn't know she was trying to set us up. Zach knew exactly what was happening because he asked her. But she reached out to me. She's also from Canada, where Zach is from. And Zach happened to be visiting the Bay Area. So she asked, I was a Kadiwa officer at the time. She asked me, like, hey, can you reach out to my vice president and could you tour him and his friends who are visiting out, like go out? So she gave me his contact. I reached out, and that was back in 2019. And ever since, well, now we're married. So
Hey, shout out to the vice president that got these two together for sure.
Oh, I love those stories. And, what amazing ways to meet, especially, all the way from United States to Canada. Like, you guys overcame distance, you overcame so many other challenges. And, of course, in the years that you were together, like all the way from 2019, but we're almost approaching 2025, there's a lot that you guys have probably have gone through. So, how do you handle disagreements between you guys when it comes to different things that pop up?
Oh, I guess since you're looking at this,
We'll ask you guys next. I'll ask you guys next.
What's interesting about disagreements is I think well, one thing, especially even when we were dating, one of the things um, that we kind of came to be on the same page with was uh, being in an agreement on how we are going to handle it in the first place and how we are going to talk about it. So one of the things that we talked about that if there's something that's bothering us, bring it up, but bring it up in a way that you're not pointing fingers, but just letting you know how they feel. So whenever we talk about anything whenever we have a disagreement, there's two things that we usually do. One is we acknowledge the other person's viewpoint, and then we talk about our opposing viewpoint, and then we kind of compare which one makes the most sense. I feel like, and then, well, what's a great thing is this sounds kind of cliche, but and hopefully it stays this way, but we haven't really gotten into we have never really gotten into a big argument so far, thankfully. Hopefully, because I think that was one of the ways that, because we attack it straight on, that when we see a disagreement, we're going to try and see the other person's perspective first before we try to.
All right, so we have communication, knowing each other's viewpoints. Also, there was a lot to unpack, but that's definitely great advice. Absolutely great advice especially for young couples who are tuning in right now. It's always something to keep in mind, especially as we progress from being Kadiwa going into book club.
Yeah, and hearing that, I feel like we should change our title from agree to disagree to agree and communicate or something.
Agree to communicate.
Something better.
Oh man, I think I got to change my answer.
We'd like to pass on that same
Yeah.
question to Sister Zarina and Brother Lance. In the same manner, how do you guys handle any disagreements, if there were any, right, in your relationship, and how has that changed when you began dating?
We've had our disagreements for sure, from big to small. We've fought for sure, but what has kept us able to handle our disagreements is that we give each other space to talk, and we make sure that the other person is receptive and that they're not judging. And also at the end of it, we don't go to bed angry. That's another one of our rules, is we don't go to bed angry. Even if we have to stay up all night, which at sometimes we'd stay up all night, and even if we have work the next day, we're going to make sure that we come to an agreement about how we should move forward with our situation. And most especially, we pray. We pray that the decision that God gave us is going to work for us.
I like that. Okay.
We hope you hear the comments too in our live chat, or live audience. Almost said live chat.
Wow, no, I
That's
love
great
that.
advice.
I love that, honestly.
Oh man. And we're all just reflecting. And we're like, that was nice. That was good answers.
The first thing that came to my head, and as both of you, both couples were talking, I was like, "Where's my notebook? Like this is things I should be writing down." Hold on.
I'm gonna catch the replay of this broadcast right
Right.
afterward.
Absolutely. And actually, we want to say a few shout outs from the live audience right here. Just because, they have been saying some really interesting stuff for sure. Let me see. Let's see. Off the top, coming off the top, excuse me. We
Let's see.
have coming from Ka Ed Gutierrez. Shout out to our resident minister, Ka Andrew Paragas at the Concord Local and Sister Kathleen. All the way from the Philippines, Mario Oka, brother Mario Oka. Good day here in the Philippines and enjoy watching. Greetings from the local of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. Wow! Wow!
All right, and we actually have some comments coming in over here too, Brother James. Our brother Andrew Paragas greets everyone a good evening, happy viewing and listening to INC Radio San Francisco, hashtag Concord, hashtag BAC, and hashtag Santa Rosa. As well as Sister Catherine Paragas, who says, good evening, everyone, watching live in the locale of Antioch. We also have, let's see, Brother Jose Macayon, good evening to everyone. Po, greetings to brethren and officers of Antioch Local Congregation. And we have Brother Alex Lorido, who says, happy watching to all the brethren from around the world. Hashtag BAC, hashtag Burley Game.
All right. No, absolutely. Thank you. And we have such a diverse audience tuning in from everywhere. Just we saw I did see Bakersfield right there. Brother Alex should be
Yes.
over there. Regards to brethren in Bakersfield, all the way from the Philippines. Thank you for tuning in. So it's so nice to be able to hear it from different viewers from all over the world. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, if you're watching on the live chat, go ahead and share your stories, your comments, and greetings that you would like to share with us to read on air as well. And we do have another question for your panelists, or for our panelists. Are there any shared goals that you guys have that kind of help you stay aligned within your relationship? Who'd like to answer that one? I feel like we're gonna have a deep answer again. Or what are some, ways that you guys stay aligned when it comes to agreements or disagreements that maybe you have?
I'll go.
Yeah, go for it.
So I think a shared goal that my husband, Brother Lance, and I have is, and this is something that we've actually talked about recently, is to be successful in our duties. We do hold a couple of duties each in our respective locale, and I think for every individual, they want to do better, and I think for us, we want to do better individually, and we want to work side by side to make sure that we do complete what's being asked of us from the church administration.
All right, fantastic. Absolutely great goals for
Well
well
said.
said.
And you know what? Just seeing the time that we have, maybe we can go ahead, Brother James.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
This is going to be a bit of a different transition, but maybe we can learn more about who is who when it comes to our panelists.
Absolutely.
And learn more about the qualities that they have too.
So if you guys haven't caught up that cue, we are actually going into our game, Who is Who? Now, the participants will be given a whiteboard and a writing material, and the participants will have to write their answers in secret to specific questions concerning their relationship. That will be awarded a point for every matching answer. And who wins? Everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
And the prize would be we get to learn a little bit about our panelists today. That's our prize as viewers, and a little bit about each other as well.
Definitely. And we're going to go couple by couple actually with the way that we play this. And then we'll go ahead and switch the next question to the next couple and then switch back and forth to kind of make it, a little bit more participatory with each other, if that's a word. All right. So Brother Zach and Sister Izzy.
All right, you guys can take your clipboards.
Yeah, you can take your little markers as well. The first question I have for both of you to answer, you can either say yourself or your partner. Who is cleaner? Who would you say is the cleaner one? It can be any kind of a doing the laundry, the dishes, folding your clothes. Who would you say is the cleaner one?
No judgment here.
No judgments here. Yeah. And then we'll hear your explanations after. Go ahead and give us a heads up when you might be ready.
Oh, brother,
Oh,
brother.
Sister Izzy had a. She
Brother,
was
brother
ready
Zach has
right
an
away.
essay.
I
He's
know,
un-
brother Zach has a. All right. All set?
All right,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
1. Wow, you guys wrote the same answer.
Wait a minute.
Really? Okay, if you can, hopefully our live viewers can see this. It says from Sister Izzy, same. Zach is tidier, but me, cleaner. Am I reading that right? And then for Zach, Zach wrote, I'm more tidy. She knows how to actually clean better.
Fair,
Did-
fair,
Did
fair.
either of you guys want to explain your answer as well?
I think on a day-to-day basis, Zach is pretty tidy with everything he owns. He puts everything in its right place, except that one chair next to your bed that has a pile of clothes. He has a huge pile. I don't. But then, whereas I'm very scattered with my stuff, it's like an organized chaos. I know where everything is. But when it comes to actually cleaning, I'm the one who has all of like the disinfectants, all of the cleaning supplies, and I'm going in there scrubbing. I see everything with like very, very detailed eyes. So that's how I am. Whereas it's like if it's put away, it's clean.
Like microscopic
Yeah.
vision. You
I could-
see it.
If I could add to that, I didn't really know how to actually. I guess I didn't really know how to actually wash my face until we got married. I think every brother knows about the bar of soap, and that's just not the right way.
If this is something you relate to, go ahead, let us know in the live chat.
Are you telling me 3 and 1
Skincare
don't work?
routine. Good answers. Thank you guys. That was really fun to see your answers. All right, for our next pair that we have, the cruises now. Question number 2. Or which one are you thinking,
This
Brother
one.
James? Okay, number 3?
Number
That one?
4.
Number 4? Oh, okay, this is a good one. Who's the better chef? Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun. And of course, we
I
also
see
want to
the
hear from
thinking.
our
Mhm.
viewers back home. If you guys do have an answer to this question, please let us know as well. It's really interesting for us to kind of learn, not only from our panelists, but you as the viewers back home as well.
Yeah, go ahead and share if you feel like you're the better chef or the cleaner one. I know, I see the explanations coming in.
On days.
Depends the dish.
All right, are we guys ready?
You guys ready?
3, 2, 1, and answer.
Whoa.
Ooh. Okay. All right, it says here from Brother Lance, she's better, but I make rice better. Smiley face. And Sister Serena, definitely me. All right, I see it. I see it.
Do you guys want to explain? Or actually, I have a question too. What do you think Sister Zarina's best dish is then when she ends
Ooh.
up cooking? And you can grab the microphone if that's okay. Yeah.
I have to say, her best dish it was actually her goal
Oh.
to master because it's my favorite dish.
Oh.
And so she
Oh.
wanted to perfect it to my taste. So she cooked it a few times and kept asking me, "What do I need? What does it need?" It's
Wow.
Bicol Express.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's cute. Okay, sis.
Oh,
Okay,
good
sis.
job.
Dubs in the
Aw.
chat. Dubs in the chat.
Man,
Can't go
that's
wrong with-
giving me like,
You
you
can't
know,
get.
oh,
You can't
it's
go
so
wrong with
cute.
Bicol Express.
Oh man.
That's cute. Oh.
Oh
wow.
man. Maybe we oh man. I'm
Oh.
excited for the next couple answers that we're gonna get actually, Brother James. The next one's gonna be for Sister Izzy and Brother Zach. Which one should we ask them, do you think?
Thank you. Let's go with number. Let's go with. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Let's go with that one.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up with that.
All right. Who is it that shops more? Who is it that shops more?
You know, it's a very interesting question because it is really hard
Mhm.
to stop yourself from scrolling online and
Yeah.
kind of just picking your picking little things out.
That's true. I guess maybe online shopping versus in-person shopping too would be a different, maybe a different explanation. But no
What are
worries.
the parameters?
Whatever comes to mind first is the right answer. I see a couple explanations coming in. Oh man, it's gonna be fun.
And you know what's very also interesting is
Yeah.
that do you think that it also changes over time your shopping habits? What do you think, Sophia?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Sometimes, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sorry
are they
about it. Didn't mean
ready?
to
Are
cut
they
you
all
off. I
ready?
saw that they
Okay,
finished
we're
up.
ready to see. Okay, ready? In 3,
Two,
2,
one.
1.
Zach.
All right.
Okay, so
I like
in
how
person,
Izzy had the arrow.
Oh.
So Sister Izzy wrote in person, Zach, online, me, and then Zach wrote, unfortunately, me, unless it involves skincare.
Wow.
That's too
Okay,
funny.
so it is
Yeah.
it is about like a little niche,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
tidbits. We all have our own things that we kind of splurge on every now and then, right?
Definitely.
So very fair, very fair.
Yeah. How
All right.
about we get one more, last one from
We'll take it all
Yeah.
the way. Actually, let me see if I can
Whoop.
grab this and we can just pass over that pen.
All right. Cool. We're gonna have one more for Brother Lance and Sister Zarina.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and see. Okay, I think I like the very last one, Brother James. Okay, how about this one? Who spends the most time in front of a mirror? I like hearing the thinking.
The gears are turning. The gears are turning.
turning.
How about you, Sister Sophia? Who?
Oh man.
Do you spend a lot of time in the front of the mirror?
I do spend a good amount in front of the mirror, especially right before broadcast.
you know,
To be
you know what?
honest.
Before I used to be so particular about my hair, like way back then. I used to be like, oh man, if it's not there. Actually, there's one time I cut my hair specifically as a buzz cut because I couldn't get it fixed. It was right before year end. I buzzed it. My parents came home. They were like, James, what'd you do to your hair? I was bald. Sorry. Side note.
And since then, do you look in the mirror more often or
Very less often now.
Okay.
I knew I had a problem at that point in time.
Well,
but
I
they have
think-
their
I think our
answers.
couple is ready. Okay, if we could reveal in 3, 2, 1.
What's the end?
The first conflicting answer that
Okay,
we might have
okay,
had.
Okay. So for Sister Serena, Sister Brother Lance, that's all he has nice hair. Facts. That's true. And Brother Lance says she does because her hair needs to be straight. So it is about hair. I would say this is an agreement.
It's all about hair at the end of the day. Yeah,
Exactly.
Agree to disagree. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I think that was really fun. And, being able to hear your guys' insights and also just kind of get a sneak peek into,
That's right.
who is who in the relationship. It's actually almost time to wrap up, Brother James. But before we do, could our Clea Tech go ahead and pan over the materials? We have some promotions for our district that we'll be showing, as well as some past photos from our bookload formal. So if our Clea Tech over in the Philippines could go ahead and there we go. We see our schedule of activities for all the activities here in Bay Area, California. Actually, tonight we held our photography seminar in the locale of Antioch. This weekend, the CWS will be holding a puzzle activity. There'll be a Kadiwa poetry jam and poetry showcase in San Francisco Function Hall this Sunday. And there will also be a CWS spelling bee, this for the locales of Burlingame, Daly City, and Pacifica, 2:00 p.m. in the Burlingame Function Hall. And then, as you guys see, we had our photography seminar. We were led by Sister Jetta Diaz, who taught us some photography tips. And let's see, what other activities do we have? Now
Ooh,
looking
this is
into
from
bookload formal.
night.
Bookload night.
There we go.
A lot of really nice photos. This was a really fun event. Even though I'm not bookload yet, I was performing as multimedia, so got to see some of the experiences and really how much of a fun night this was. I think we might have some more photos coming in. Here are some of our lovely sisters, and this actually took place at the Hyatt Hotel in Burlingame, and a lot of fun surprises throughout the night. Did you hear about one of the surprises they had, Brother James?
Well, tell me about it.
All right, here's a perfect photo. Actually, they had roses prepared for all the husbands to hand off to their wives. if Sister Irish was here, she'd say, "Could we
You
get
get
an
an
aw?"
Aw.
It was a really beautiful moment, though. It kind of showed that appreciation that husbands really had for their wives. And here's one of the other local congregations who was able to come together, and a fun time was had all around. And it gets me excited for more activities like this. Yeah, shout out to, is that Brother Jess, Brother James?
Brother Jess and Brother June.
Yeah.
Parto.
And shout out to our CFO overseer, Brother Alex Lorido, giving some of the closing remarks, I believe, during our activity. And shout out to Brother Ken, the photographer behind this photo.
Panorama.
I think he climbed on one of the tallest ladders I've ever seen to take this photo. It was a good time. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, if that was a good time for the booklet, and we have a few more activities to wrap up the year, so make sure to tune in and make sure that to make your way to those activities, because these activities are amazing. These are
Yeah.
incredible, and we're so thankful for the church administration for being able to have them.
Mhm. And we're thankful to all of you for tuning in to INC Radio San Francisco this evening. Shout out to our techs here on the studio, to our panelists, and of course to all of our listeners in the live chat today.
Right.
And I think we might be able to see. Yeah, awesome. Shout out again to our techs and to our audience who is here with us. And of course, keep up with the different church media, whether on INC Radio. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit subscribe and keep sharing the link that we have.
That's right. If you want to, you're listening here on YouTube, you can check us out, share the link, and subscribe. You can reach out and actually follow us on social media, iglesianicristo News, and updates on Facebook. Instagram is at INC News and updates. Twitter, also formerly known as X.
INC News and Updates.
INC News and updates. And of course, we want to say thank you to our Bay Area District staff, our multimedia advisor, Kashan Adam, our CFO overseer, Ka Alex Rito, our Assistant District Supervising Minister, Carabel Del Rosario, and our District Supervising Minister, Ka Jojo Bayani.
And thank you so much to all the INC radio crew who also helps us out, to our Clea Tech who helped us today, as well as to our executive producer, Brother Manly Andaya.
And of course, we would like to say a special thank you to the church administration, our SEPC CEO, CFO, Coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo, and our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo.
Thank you so much, Paul, for all your support on INC Radio. And next up will be INC Radio Silicon Valley. Have a good night, everyone. See you soon.
See you next Friday.
Greetings from Antioch.
Antioch, can we make some noise?
Woo!